Hello, this is Jim Duffy of Refining Fire Chilies. Welcome to our video series. Welcome to our video series here on YouTube, where we're going to hopefully share the knowledge of hundreds of chilies with you from all over the world. Hundreds of chilies. This is 2023, mid-August 2023, and our goal this year is to do over 100 videos. Maybe 120. We hope so. So, our vision, which we had a few years ago before we left California, was to do a video series like this where we could give you information that's not in books, or some chilies that are not covered in books or mentioned in books. And hopefully this knowledge will encourage you and inspire you to grow different chilies and taste different chilies, and cook with different chilies and taste with different chilies, and not keep that knowledge to yourself, but share that experience, that chili love, that chili experience with your friends, your coworkers, your neighbors, your family, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, children, grandchildren. Get those children out in the dirt every year. Plant a garden, grow food, not just chilies, grow food. You never know when it might come in handy. And then take what you harvest into the kitchen and learn how to cook with it. There's no excuses here. There's lots of cooking videos on YouTube. I even have a few on this channel. And share that experience of growing, caring for the plants, harvesting from the plants, prepping the food, cooking the food, and then sitting down and eating that food. That whole cycle, that whole process, share with your children. Get them involved. They're on their phones and their video games too much. Get them out in nature. And a garden is a great place to start. So with that being said, let's go on to this chili here. This is the Acoma chili, A-C-O-M-A. It's from the Acoma Pueblo. It's a Native American pueblo in New Mexico. And it's up on a plateau, so it's got a little higher elevation. A lot of New Mexico around Albuquerque is at a higher elevation already, but this is even at a higher elevation. And it's called the Pueblo in the sky. It's been around for hundreds of years, and this is their pepper that they grow there. Native American chilies are some of the most diverse flavored chilies in the world. Even though a lot of them look long and red and look similar, something about growing on a plateau or on one side of the Rio Grande River or the other side of the Rio Grande River gives them their own distinctive flavor for one another, even though they look alike. A lot of them will get a thinner flesh as they ripen red, so you can only kind of use them dried at that point because the flesh is too thin. The Acoma, however, holds up pretty well on the shelf. So the Acoma, you can stuff and roast when red because the flesh still stays pretty intact and thick enough. Whereas some of the other Native American chilies, and Mexican chilies for that matter, as they ripen red, the flesh will get thinner. And so you can't roast them. You can dry them and put the whole dried chili in whatever you're making, whatever sauce or cooking you're doing. Or you can grind them up into powder and use the powder as seasoning, or you can take that powder and add water to it and make a paste and use that paste in cooking. So, Native American chilies, what can I say? They have a diverse, complex flavor. I have had chefs taste Native American chilies, and people who have worked as cooks and sauce makers taste Native American chilies and be blown away because they've never experienced a flavor like them. The only chilies that I know that kind of have a diverse flavor like them are some of the chilies in the Mideast, like Aleppo or Urfa Biber, or some of the paprikas in Hungary and Czechoslovakia. Other than that, Native American chilies are just like, you have to experience them. They're very productive. They produce really well, as you can see here. We've already picked off these plants, but I left a few chilies on here which now are already ripe, so I could do this video and show you. So we at Refining Fire Chilies have about 24 Native American chilies, which range from northern Mexico to New Mexico, of course, in our catalog. So there's a lot of Native American chilies to try. And there are a few brown colored ones or chocolate colored ones, and most of them are red. And we have probably about a dozen Pueblo chilies. And nobody has as many Pueblo chilies as we do. And now that's not something that's great to brag about, but it's true. And some of these chilies are disappearing. Why are they disappearing? Well, a lot of young people on these Pueblos, they're similar to reservations, but they're not a reservation, they're Pueblo, are leaving the culture and going off into the world in different vocations and jobs. So they're not staying as farmers, and they're not farming the native vegetables. And there's not just native chilies now around these Pueblos. There's squashes, different types of corn, different types of beans that are Native American. This is our heritage, folks. If you're an American, these are the American chilies, okay? Because those Indians were here before us. Now, throughout history, it's said that the Spanish, who traveled all over the world, South America, the Caribbean, took chili seeds over to New Mexico in the 1600s, 1600s. Or they brought peppers up from Mexico. We don't know. We don't know that if these chilies might have been in New Mexico before the Spanish even arrived. We don't know. We don't know all that. But we do know one thing. You can't really find them at markets. Sometimes there might be a local market in the area of that Pueblo. But we know they're being grown less and less because of modern society. People are going away from farming and growing their native stuff from their region, whether it be in Peru or whether it be in Mexico or whether it be in New Mexico. And and then stuff just doesn't get grown anymore. It disappears. So we urge you to try Native American chilies. This is the Acoma Pueblo chili. We have these and many others on the website. And try these chilies. You will not be disappointed in the flavor. You will not. They're pretty easy to grow. So, flavor, like I said, is complex. It's a little bit fruity, it's savory, sweet, it's smoky, it's hard to describe. They're so unique in flavor. The heat level is going to be close to a jalapeno or just below. I don't think there's any Native Americans other than the Zia Pueblo, New Mexico State University said is the hottest in Scoville units. But it's still not much hotter than a jalapeno. But most of them are going to be around that heat level or milder, okay? And the plants will get about 4 to 5 feet tall. Some Native American plants will grow up about 2 feet tall and then kind of flop over. They'll get vine-like. So even if you try to stake them, it's kind of fruitless because they just fall all over. But these kind of grow straight up, as you can see, and we've got them tied up to the stake. Acoma Pueblo. Hope you've learned about Native American chilies and something about chilies. Please like the video. Give us a like. That helps us with the YouTube algorithm so more people find us. Please share. Please subscribe and hit the bell notification if you want to see you want to get notified when we do the other 100 or so videos. Okay? Share the chili love. Take care, everyone. Jim Duffy, Refining Fire Chilies.